Hello everyone, it's Kai. Welcome back to my channel and I hope you're all doing well. I hope your weekend is going well too. But welcome back. My name is Kai. If you don't know me, I am a simmer. I'm also very in love with building in The Sims. I don't really play the game to be honest, but I do enjoy building from time to time. Welcome to my channel. I hope you're doing well and I hope your day is going good, your weekend is going awesome. And today we're gonna be building something that we built on stream. Does that make sense? We're gonna be building something that we built on stream, but we're gonna be building a summer home in the world of Copperdale. And Copperdale is the world that came with the high school years pack. Also, I'm sorry if I'm just sighing here and there because I recorded. This is my second time basically trying to record this voiceover, and it's so tiring. I'm sorry, but today we're building this home that is in Copperdale, and we built this actually on stream the other day. It took us about 2 weeks to build this house, and it's a pretty nice house, I think. So I hope you will enjoy the build. It is a summer home that is fitted for 2 Sims, and initially I wanted to make it like a half gift shop, half residential home, but I didn't really stick to that idea because I just wanted to build a residential in the end. Anyway, this house is a build that I was inspired by a picture on Pinterest that I saw when I browsed through Pinterest. It's a pretty nice build and I just decided to rebuild in The Sims. Just a disclaimer, if you think that my builds are original, most of them aren't really original because they're either copied straight from Pinterest or they're just inspired by them. So there are some similar aspects when it comes to building and referencing to a Pinterest picture, but I really hope that that doesn't affect anything. And I also think that, a lot of people even use Pinterest for inspiration and just build. Especially in the Sims community. Anyway, this build took us about 2 weeks to build because I took a break in between building to focus on other stuff. But in the end, I'm happy that actually we finished this build in the stream. If you don't know, I stream on Twitch sometimes, not so often. I used to stream a lot back in those days, but nowadays, I just don't seem to have that much time to stream, so sometimes only I stream. But if you want to check that out, you can refer to the social links down below in the description box, or you can just search SIMMERKHAI on Twitch and you'll be able to find my channel. Also, if you didn't follow me on Instagram, you can do so as well. Just search my name, SIMMERKHAI. And yeah, if you like this video, I guess give it please a big thumbs up and also subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And yeah, I really hope that you will like the rest of this build. Anyway, the exterior part was pretty easy to do, to be honest. I didn't really have much challenges when it came to building the exterior. I sort of knew the kind of vibe I wanted to go with, which is more or less flowery and summery. And I think I pulled it off, to be honest, in the end. And yeah, I really liked it. If you notice, there's a balcony for the second floor of this house, which is this thing here. I decided to turn it into a lounge area, an empty one with nothing else on it, just a couple of chairs and flower decorations. Initially, I think I wanted to make it like a balcony full of activities, but I didn't do so in the end. And I pretty liked it just empty and just having a couple of chairs because that's really fun. But if you want to download this build on the gallery, it's probably up there right now by the time this video is up under my ID, which is SIMMERKHAI also. I have built other builds, so if you want to check that out too, you can do so as well in the gallery. And yeah, it's a pretty nice house, I'd say. And I tried to experiment with different kind of stuff when it came to the landscaping part, such as placing these beautiful flowers from the Island Living pack, I think, and just placing them on the roof that is made from fences as well. And then I also had a bit of a challenge decorating the landscaping in general because I wanted to kind of incorporate some changes in terrain. So I tried to do that, but you'll see after this that there will be a part of the house with a raised terrain. And I thought that it looked pretty nice, so I decided to stick to it. And we also use these windows that I'm not so sure which pack they're from, but I thought they were pretty, so I tried to match them with the light brown of the color scheme of this house. And I think it turned out pretty okay, but in the end I changed them to sort of a darker brown shade because I thought that, it matched more perfectly with the other colors that were present in this house, and also use a bunch of small and subtle items like a hanging flower pot from the paranormal stuff bag to kind of make it pop. And there are certain colors that are very subtle, but I didn't really want to overwhelm the house with too much color. So in the end, I just made the house like kind of white, and then just subtle colors, like I mentioned, the flower pots, the hanging flower pots that are from paranormal, and other flowery items. And initially, also, we wanted to have this build be a half gift shop and half residential. I think I mentioned it before, but I'm not too sure. I'm just going to mention it again. Initially, we wanted to make this house like a half gift shop, half residential, but in the end, we just changed it all up and decided to go with fully residential lot, fully residential house. So you can use this either as a residential lot, or you could make this a rental lot if you want to. I'm not so sure if this one can be made a rental lot, but if it is possible, then you can try to make it a rental lot so that your Sims have some location for getaway in the summer by the lake in Copperdale. So that's what it is. And over here, as you can see on the left side of the screen, I raised a little bit of the terrain to kind of raise it at the same level with the base of the foundation, and the other half of it is just flat on the ground with some foundation swatches. And I think also I mentioned that I kind of had a challenging time trying to do the landscaping because of the different levels of terrain, but in the end I think we pulled it off pretty well, and yeah, I think it looks pretty good. And over here I'm just trying to kind of match the porch porch flooring. And I wanted to kind of make it like a stone material flooring. So I think I decided to go with wood in the end. I'm not too sure. But I thought that these ones that are from base game look pretty nice. So initially I wanted to put that, but I think I do end up switching it to a wooden flooring from base game. And yeah, also the roofing will be changed a little bit after this. Initially, like I said, we wanted to do a half gift shop, but I scratched that idea because I wanted to make it fully residential. So here we are. And we're just playing around with the colors over here. I decided to add in also a dormer window on the roof, and the dormer window had a different roof swatch, which is more of a tiled roof swatch than this modern style dark brown roof swatch. So in the end I had to change it as well just to match the dormer window, and I think in the end it looks pretty good, and very cute as well. And then there also is a chimney, so that means that we have a fireplace in the house. That is so exciting. Also, I changed these colors of the window decorations from base game from purple to yellow because I thought that the yellow gave the house more of a vibrant look, and also I wanted to follow the summer theme. So I imagine summer in Copperdale is probably like yellows and whites and just bright and energizing colors. And like I mentioned also, the windows initially were white for the house, but I ended up also just changing them to match the wooden swatches. Anyway, here I am just placing some landscaping items. Initially, I wanted to go with just really nice. Actually, I didn't really have an idea of what kind of landscaping I had in mind. So I just tried to place things here and there, and it came out looking like this. But I did focus on consistency and just using the same kind of color palette all over again, like yellows and greens and reds, just to match the landscaping on the lot with the decorative items that are on the exterior of the build on the walls, like the flower pots and hanging flower pots as well. And I think I really like the landscaping of this build. It looks pretty cozy and just so cute. This house also has a backyard garden over here, which in the end I put in a chicken coop, as well as a couple of planter boxes for your Sims to do some activities like raise chickens and also plant plants. um, but I feel like this house is more of a summer cottage than a summer house, if that makes sense, because it's located in Copperdale, and it's on a lot where there's a lot of landscaping around it, not much of like civilization. Um, and that is why I think that it's suited as a summer cottage. In fact, I don't know if I should name this video a summer cottage or a summer house. I feel like a summer cottage might suit the build more. I don't know. We'll see how it goes, I guess. And I also decided to place some exterior windows, the smaller ones that are round, from cottage living, just to match it and give it more of a cozy look overall for the exterior of the house. I really like the landscaping when I look back at it. I feel like it's pretty random and pretty natural looking. Although the fence is a little bit like the backyard garden with the chicken coop area is a little bit straightforward, but I think it's not much of a difference if I changed it a bit. And then we move on into the interior of the house, and we're starting just by placing and decorating the flooring and trying to figure out the color scheme of the inside. Initially, I wanted to match the interior wallpapers with the exterior ones, but then I changed them because I feel like, since we're using white as the flooring, it doesn't really suit the wallpaper that I wanted to use, because both of them are the same color, so it would look a little bit weird and just minimalist. And I didn't want that. I wanted to do a very cozy interior, even though it's like bright colors, but very cozy and a little bit of other colors as well, not just white and browns. For the kitchen area, we did go with like a yellow and blue color scheme, so that is very nice. I thought that looked pretty good. I think the tiles of the wallpaper that were used were from the new kitchen stuff pack. I'm not too sure what it's called. I think is it Modern Kitchen or something? I don't know. I forgot. Anyway, the curtains that I used are from For Rent, I think. They're the Tomarani curtains, which looked pretty weird in other swatches, but I chose the white one because it looked the best. Even though it's a little bit too big for the windows, I feel like it gives sort of a very cozy vibe for the interior when you place the big curtains with the smaller windows. So yeah, there is some sense of privacy in this house as well. And we're working on the kitchen right now. The kitchen ended up being pretty plain and simple. I didn't really want to overwhelm the decorations with a lot of decorations, so I did just put in the basics, such as an oven, a stovetop, fridge, a waste bin, as well as some clutter items, not a lot of clutter items, and just try to make it look as cohesive and very nice as possible and just look a little bit more lived in. I'm sorry if you can hear that. There are some people playing fireworks outside my house because we're at the end of Ramadan over here. So you know, we have to celebrate it since we completed fasting for 30 days. Anyway, here I am just placing some clutter items. Oops, sorry about that. Here I am just placing some clutter items on the shelf of the cabinets that I use are from Horse Ranch. I really like the cabinets. It looks really nice. And yeah, I tried to make it look as cozy as possible. Over here, I didn't really know what to put, so I think I ended up putting like a shelf, or was it a shelf or a painting? I think it was a painting. I decided to put in a pet bowl as well just because, but for now that I remember, I don't recall placing a pet bed. So you would have to place the pet bed on your own. I'm sorry for that, but it is what it is. And then we move on to the living room over here, which is a pretty basic color scheme. A little bit of whites and browns just to match with the whole vibe. But I also did end up putting a mirror as well as a painting, if I'm not mistaken. Some paintings near the wall of the stairs. Also, I haven't playtested this build, so if the stairs is blocked by a little cabinet that I will be putting, you would have to remove that too. I apologize in advance. And yeah, I tried to make it look as cozy as possible with some decorations with other colors other than like whites and blues, browns. And the little cabinet that I mentioned is this one over here, which is from Parenthood, I think. So if that cabinet is blocking the stairs, you would have to remove it entirely or just place it somewhere else. And I'm sorry in advance for that. I forgot to playtest this build. It was an honest mistake and I do apologize. Over here is supposed to be the lounge / library area of the house. So I will be moving this dining table set to another room, which is supposed to be the dining table initially planned. And the dining table set that I use was that the table is made of glass, and I think it's from Get Famous. And then the chairs are from Paranormal, which are pink in color, but I did like the pattern of it, so I decided to use that. And then we move on to the second part, or the second floor of the house, and there is only one bedroom over here, unfortunately. So it's a small house made for only 2 Sims. And then we move on to the bathroom, which is going to be the final part for the interior of this build. After this, we'll be moving to the exterior where the porch is, and I think it will be such a very short section. Anyway, we're going to be placing a couple of lounge chairs over here, like a porch chairs, I think, just to make it look a little bit lived in. And I really like how we decorated the second floor of the house. It looks really nice from the outside. And yeah, I think that's about it. Like, we just placed these window flaps. I'm not too sure what they're called, but let's just call them flaps for windows. But they're from Horse Ranch, and I think these are some very nice window flaps that the Sims team actually gave us, because we needed those, and we needed more of like those little or other accessories, the details of the windows. That was very important, and I think that the Sims team did a good job giving us that with the Horse Ranch pack. Anyway, this will be the final part of the video, so I really hope that you enjoyed this video. If you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't already. And this is just me placing like those little porch lights or exterior lights just to make it look more vibrant and good for the summer. Anyway, I will go now, so I really hope to talk to you guys in my next video. Bye!